I've got a great looking egg right here. I'll take that. They're not going to sit on it. Few things. I'm gonna take all these bunnies and I'm gonna put them in a rabbit tractor. Man, I'm getting fur all over me. I almost changed my shirt too. I just heard a rabbit dump their whole food bowl over. And I'm just being lazy and haven't changed them over to a trough instead of a food bowl. You can see how tall this pile is. It's because most of it is wasted feed. So I have a couple bunnies running around here too. Got more bunnies in there. These ones aren't actually from this cage. They actually can go through this little opening right here. They're big and there's nobody nursing. They're not able to nurse on anything right now either. Where'd you go run? Get in the nest box, little baby. Come here. Man, I almost didn't bring a tall tub out. I went and got a tall one to move these guys. So we're gonna take them and put them over here on grass. And when I say grass, that just means on the ground where they can forage. It's not actually grass. It's grass, clover, all kinds of plants. When I move the chicken tractors, I seed behind it with a mix of all kinds of different seeds. They're getting a lot of clover and stuff. Now, people say, and I'm sure it's correct, that if you put rabbits on grass where they're used to eating grass, they'll get bloat and it'll kill them. So they still have feed. They are going to get grass and they do have pellet. We still feed them pellet, but it cuts the pellet way down. They eat the grass. And if you do see bloat, you can add from all the rabbit groups and stuff I'm in. I read quite a bit. If you do see them acting lethargic and kind of seem like they're bloated and they get bloat, you can give them oatmeal and that'll help out with that. So they'll gobble this down. And if they start looking at all bad, then won't move them. We won't give them fresh grass tomorrow and we'll just add some oatmeal in there. But I haven't had a problem with it. I've run this 20, 30 times probably, put rabbits out on grass without any issue. So we'll see. Hi, old girl, you're getting old with these eye boogers. They never used to have this crust in their eyes. And the vet says it's allergies, but maybe they're more susceptible to allergies when they're older, but they haven't had it for 7 years, 8 years, 6 years now. And all of a sudden it just showed up this year. So I don't think it's allergies. I also don't know what it is. You see all these targeted ads on Facebook and Instagram. They're like, if your dog's eyes are watering, you can do this one fix to cure them. And then you click through there and 20 pages later, you haven't seen what it is that fixes them. And honestly, I haven't looked too far into it. I do have something else cool out here. I've already done all the animals and I didn't have the camera. So I went in, gave Cody some numbers. We're running a bunch of day packs, decide how many extras we're going to make. Lots of Typhon day packs. But I've got something cool. And when I come in here to feed the animals, I have noticed that the geese, and here they come, have been over here, and they're never over here. And they do that mama goose thing. So what has happened here is there are little babies out here. There's mom, and they got little baby ducks. And this bag here, where she had her nest, is full of baby ducks. And there's a couple dead ones in there, and there's some really stinky eggs. I guess that one just didn't hatch fully or got trampled maybe by mom. It looks completely formed, but there's a bunch, there's some babies, and there's those geese. And those geese are the same two geese that we had when Lance was here, and Lance had baby ducks. We had a couple ducks just kind of go missing and gave birth, hatched them out, and showed up with these baby ducks. Well, the geese will take those baby ducks and kind of make them theirs. They will parade them around and protect them and care for them, just like you see those geese are trying to run me off from those baby ducks right now. And that's where the term mother goose comes from. Now, I haven't been around a lot of other geese. These are the only two geese I've ever had, but they instinctively do it. And they say geese will live 18 years. So we got another decade probably to go with those two geese there. This pen needs some addressing. We've got chickens in here. They're all old. This is kind of like the retirement home. I really need to get the chickens out of here. Like, I've got chickens laying eggs in here. I don't know, maybe these are guinea eggs. I always say I never see guinea eggs, and maybe that's what this is, because they are smaller, but nothing ever sits on them. They never hatch. And I'm surprised nothing in here is eating these guinea eggs. Just do that down and they go running. Some birds will peck on eggs, some won't. I've got a great looking egg right here, which a chicken has laid here. I'll take that. They're not gonna sit on it. But I really need to redo this pin kind of. Probably make this pin separate over here and move one of these coops over here, so that this is just nothing but a duck area. That over there will be all chickens. All these chickens in here, they're not producing. They give me a couple eggs a day. They're all, you know, 4-year-old birds, most of them, or older probably. So expensive pets is what those are. I also hadn't pulled eggs. Like, I pulled them, but I walked down in there. I didn't take the 4-wheeler down there. But I saw in here, maybe it's in the other pen, you can see they already ate. We had asparagus yesterday, day before. No, that asparagus is from several days ago, and they don't eat the asparagus. They don't like asparagus. They don't care for banana peel. These were like a potato dumpling. They kind of pecked at them, but they weren't in love with them. But I saw, and you can see the asparagus over here. Here's the zip tie here. There was a couple more in here that I just saw, and I saw them earlier and didn't pick them up, but I don't see them now. I didn't get as much done. Here's another one. I didn't get as much done yesterday. We had a lot of people here. I've just kind of been focused on just getting stuff done faster today. So I didn't even have the camera out here. Come on, you wanna go in there? Nope, do not. They know where they belong and don't belong, and they do not want in there. They say the way, if you wanna move birds from one pen or coop to another, they say while they're sleeping, take them and put them in the new coop and put them just up on the roost with the other birds, and they'll wake up. They'll just belong there from then on. They say that that way you don't get picking and bullying, but I don't know, we'll see. 4 zip ties is the count for today. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've still got these birds over here. These birds are part of these birds. These are not even 6-month-old birds. We brought these guys through the winter, and they're making nests up here, and they constantly sit on these. So I don't know whether they'll hatch out or not. They are all exposed to males. And then there's guineas outside the wire. They're probably setting trip wires and stuff, the guineas. And then here's the coop clean out from the other day. You can see it's already settled. It was about twice that big when we shoveled it or pitchforked it out. I've gone 50 years and not owned a pitchfork, and I've had a pitchfork for a couple months now. And boy, does that thing make a difference when you're shoveling out coops and stuff. That's a male. I just think he's real pretty, and I don't need him. There's one big fat baby in there. She didn't take care of her babies, and one apparently survived, and it's huge now. I've got no babies in here, but somebody started pulling fur again. Right here, I have a nice little nest of fat little bouncing baby bunnies. Real cute, real cute. That fur's still lofty. She's keeping it all piled up. When it gets hotter, she'll actually mat it down, and it won't be as warm in there. She'll just adjust the temperature. I've got one in here pulling hair, and she's gonna have bunnies. This is just a big fat old grumpy female. We breed her, and she never takes care of her babies. I actually need to just get rid of this thing and use this cage for something better. 2 really good females. We'll breed these and keep those. One will go into that cage and replace her. I've got babies over in here also. And I've been thinning all these bunnies out. We've been just knocking them down one by one. The goal is that we will just have 1 per cage, 1 female per cage, and keep hold of a few males, and then add several more cages for females. That's what's up here. It's Tuesday right now, and just back to work. You want to see the chicks, the babies? I'll do a clean out on these guys today. I just kind of keep the floor a little raw over here where the feeder is, and then the water over there, and then we change the water a couple times a day. But these guys are coming in. There are still a couple of turkeys in here. I think that right there is a turkey, and this one on the feeder right here, that little runty looking one, is a turkey. Could be wrong. I'm sure somebody knows. I'll know in a few weeks when they put on more feathers. Running the mower, first mow of this year. Just mowed all the way down the drive, and what I'm after is to mow down all these yellow flowers in here. They're growing pretty tall and kind of shading out other stuff. So I'm gonna cut these all down, which will pretty much kill these for this year, I think. And then this clover and all this other grass will grow back much better without all this junk in here. Everything I read online says it's super invasive, says it's toxic, and that no animals will eat it. So I'm gonna scalp it down, and that'll put sunlight to the rest of it, and just won't look as shaggy, and it'll give us growth that we want the animals to eat. Tractor Supply gas can. Came through here and mowed just to kind of cut everything down. Now I'm gonna jump in the tractor and come through here and put wood chips all through here, really heavy. We put them in about 16, 20 inches deep, and they last for a couple of years, and then they'll start to wash and they break down. But that's mostly what the soil here is. This used to be a cliff that ran down. Like if you look over here, you can kind of see back in there. It's probably about 15, 20 feet deeper over there where the ground is. And all of this, we built all this up. We brought in tons of cow field soil, catfish pond soil, and immediately put wheat in it so that it would sprout really fast and kind of get some roots in to keep it from washing. And we just kept doing that. And then over time, 6 years later now, we have kind of this shoulder on the side of the road that we've planted. And we put it in wood chips, and I'm about to put it in wood chips again over it. And really, I'm getting ahead of myself. I should put some more trees in here a few places, but it'll still work the same. I'm gonna wood chip everything where grass is, and when the summer gets here and it gets super, super hot and there's no water, we won't have to water these things. You'll literally step on the wood chips and they'll crack like potato chips. But when you scrape through them 6 inches down, you'll get a handful once you get to the soil especially, and you can wring the water out. And you'll see all this mycorrhizal fungi. It looks like spider webs in there growing. And there's a lot of studies and stuff that show mycorrhizal fungi it communicates, and it actually will move water through the mesh network up to a half a mile away. It's pretty amazing. We won't have to water these trees this summer. Now we probably will do some because we're running water from different places right now. Like we're routing the shower in the building, we're routing all the showers so that they will run out. So we'll be able to utilize that water in other places. So we still can, but if push come to shove, we wouldn't have to. There's a guinea trapped between, we have a sally port here. So the distance from the first gate to the second gate is enough for the longest semi trucks coming in here. So if ever we need to, time comes when the dogs are actually out running, we can pull a truck through the first gate, close it, open the second gate, and let him come through without the dogs getting out on the road. Those are different dogs than these dogs. Different application, different purpose. Mowed through here, didn't really take a lot of time, but scalped it down to get all these yellow flowers out. And I missed that one there, obviously. But did what I needed to do, mowed all of this, mowed this, gonna put wood chips down. Cat, what are you doing? Are you blacktail or whitetail? Come here. Hi, come here, baby. So that's blacktail, black tip. The other one has a white tip. And used to be super, super friendly. And now he's pretty kind of standoffish. White one used to be standoffish, and it's like they flipped personalities. Cats, weird. Weird. See how there's gaps here? There was 5. There was one over there. 2, 3, 4. There was 4, 5 peach trees here, and there was 5 more peach trees here. And they did great for a few years and then died. And now in a similar place, we have these blueberries and a lot of figs. Talking to Tad today, he put a peach tree on his property that's kind of shaded, and I did that originally too, and they didn't do real. They're still out there, but they're a quarter the size of the other trees. But my thought is, because the fig trees have such broad leaves, I would think that they will probably do better in the shade than, for instance, like apple trees or peach trees or nectarines or plums. So we might test that, because I've got some shaded areas where I do want to put some trees, and I think we'll probably pop some figs in there, because the figs just do better on the property. The figs have produced more than anything else, and they're a really good calorie crop. So we could use them to feed 2 things or dry them out and use them in other things. So I think we'll probably try that. That's his footprint. That's his paw print. There's another one. He's still goofy, but he runs with such power that it moves the gravel. Didn't even make a dent. Still got a little daylight. So I'm gonna run over here and plant something, get something growing. I've been filming in slow motion. Can you please hurry up? It's not really slow motion, you're just really slow.
I have short legs.
You
I don't cover as much ground.
You make up for it with other things.
My long personality.
Your long personality. I want to freeze dry a bunch of iguana. Eating barbecue.
Are we chopping it up first?
Yes. They're freeze drying animals. I see guys that do like taxidermy stuff. They just take the guts out, they freeze dry it, skin on, bone, everything.
They're using definitely a different machine.
No, they're using harvest rates.
Man, I'm talking about Willis, one of the realest to try. My family, SOE, got the tools to survive. Yeah, I don't